Hello, everyone. Welcome to my podcast. I am Laiba, and today we are going to learn something very powerful for English speaking. Hello. Today we will learn 30-minute shadowing practice to improve your English speaking and confidence. So get ready and stay with me till the end. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing English practice content.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. My name is Leba, and I am very happy that you are here today. In this episode, we are going to practice and learn something very powerful for improving English speaking skills. Today's topic is 30-minute shadowing practice. If you want to speak English more clearly, understand English faster, and sound more natural, then this episode is perfect for you. Many English learners study grammar and vocabulary every day, but they still feel nervous when they speak. Why does this happen? It happens because speaking English is not only about knowing words. You also need speaking practice, listening practice, pronunciation practice, and confidence. That is where shadowing practice can help you. Shadowing is one of the best and easiest ways to improve your English speaking skills. In shadowing, you listen to a speaker and repeat the words almost at the same time. You try to copy the pronunciation, the voice, the rhythm, and the speaking style. It is like speaking together with the speaker. Do not worry if your English is not perfect. This practice is for beginners and also for intermediate learners. You do not need difficult grammar. You only need listening, speaking, and regular practice. In today's episode, I will explain what shadowing practice is, why it is helpful, how to do a full 30-minute shadowing routine, common mistakes learners make, and useful tips to improve faster. So relax, take your notebook if you want, and get ready to improve your English step by step with me. Now, let's begin today's episode. Now, let's talk about shadowing practice and understand what it really means. Shadowing is a simple English learning method. In this method, you listen to English audio and repeat the words immediately after the speaker. Sometimes you repeat at the same time as the speaker. You try to copy the pronunciation, tone, stress, and rhythm. It is called shadowing because you speak like a shadow follows a person. For example, if the speaker says, "Today is a beautiful day," you quickly repeat, "Today is a beautiful day." You listen carefully and copy the way the speaker talks. This practice is very useful because your brain starts learning English naturally. You do not only study English rules, you train your mouth and ears together. Many English learners can read English, but they cannot speak fluently. This happens because they do not practice speaking enough. Shadowing helps solve this problem. When you do shadowing every day, your pronunciation becomes better, your listening improves, you speak more smoothly, you learn natural English sentences, and you become more confident. The best thing about shadowing is that you do not need expensive classes. You can practice at home with your phone, laptop, or headphones. You can use podcasts, English stories, YouTube videos, interviews, slow English lessons, short conversations. But remember one important thing: do not choose very difficult English at the beginning. Start with easy and slow English audio. When your confidence grows, you can slowly practice with faster English. Shadowing is not about being perfect. It is about practice, repetition, and improvement little by little. Even 30 minutes every day can make a big difference in your English speaking skills. Now let's talk about the benefits of 30-minute shadowing practice. Many English learners ask, "Can shadowing really improve my English?" The answer is yes. If you practice regularly, shadowing can improve many English skills at the same time. Let's look at some important benefits. First, shadowing improves your pronunciation. When you listen carefully and repeat the speaker again and again, your mouth learns how English sounds. You start saying words more clearly and more naturally. Second, shadowing helps your listening skills. At first, English may sound very fast. Maybe you cannot understand every word, but with daily shadowing practice, your ears slowly become stronger. You begin to understand English more easily. Third, shadowing helps you speak more fluently. Many learners stop again and again while speaking. They think too much before every sentence, but shadowing trains your brain to speak faster and more naturally. Over time, speaking English feels easier. Another big benefit is confidence. Some learners feel shy or nervous when speaking English. They are afraid of making mistakes. But when you practice shadowing every day, you become more comfortable speaking aloud. Little by little, your confidence grows. Shadowing also helps you learn natural English expressions. You learn how native speakers speak, how sentences sound in real conversations, how words connect together, and how English rhythm works. This makes your English sound more natural. Another good thing is that shadowing improves memory. When you repeat sentences many times, your brain remembers vocabulary and sentence patterns more easily. And finally, shadowing is simple and flexible. You can practice at home, while walking on the bus, in your room, or anytime during the day. Just 30 minutes of daily practice can bring very good results over time. The most important thing is consistency. Small daily practice is stronger than practicing one day and stopping for many days. Before you start your 30-minute shadowing practice, there are a few simple things you need. Do not worry, you do not need expensive equipment or a special classroom. You only need a few basic things to practice comfortably. First, you need a phone, laptop, or tablet. You will use it to play English audio or videos. Most learners use YouTube, podcasts, or English learning apps. Second, it is helpful to use earphones or headphones. This helps you hear the speaker clearly. You can focus better on pronunciation and listening. Third, choose good English audio for practice. Try to use slow English podcasts, beginner English conversations, English stories, short lessons, simple interviews. Do not choose very fast or difficult English in the beginning. Easy audio will help you learn faster and feel more confident. Next, keep a notebook and pen with you. You can write new words, useful sentences, difficult pronunciation, or important expressions. Writing helps your memory become stronger. Another important thing is a quiet place. Try to practice in a calm place without too much noise. This helps you listen carefully and stay focused. But if your home is noisy, that is okay too. You can still practice with headphones. And finally, bring a positive mindset. Sometimes you may make mistakes. Sometimes pronunciation may feel difficult. This is completely normal. Do not stop because of small mistakes. Every English speaker started as a beginner. Improvement comes little by little with daily practice. Remember this, you do not need perfect English to start shadowing. You only need the courage to practice every day. Now that we know what we need, let's move to the next part and talk about the best audio for shadowing practice. Now let's talk about the best audio for shadowing practice. Choosing the right audio is very important. Good audio can make learning easier, faster, and more enjoyable. But if the audio is too difficult, you may feel confused or tired. So always start with simple and clear English. For beginners, a slow English audio is the best choice. You can use slow English podcasts, short English conversations, beginner English stories, daily life dialogues, easy YouTube lessons. These types of audio are easier to understand and easier to repeat. For example, short conversations about shopping, school, family food, travel daily routines are very helpful for beginners. English stories are also great for shadowing practice. Stories are interesting and they help you remember vocabulary and sentences naturally. Another good choice is podcasts for English learners. Many English learning podcasts speak slowly and clearly. This makes shadowing easier and more comfortable. You can also use YouTube videos, but choose videos with clear pronunciation, simple words, slow speaking speed, and short sentences. Subtitles can also help in the beginning. First, listen and read together. Then later, try listening without subtitles. One very important tip is this: do not change audio every day. Many learners make this mistake. They listen to one audio only once and quickly move to another. Instead, repeat the same audio many times. Why? Because repetition helps your brain learn faster. When you hear the same sentences again and again, pronunciation improves, listening becomes easier, vocabulary stays in memory longer. Even a short 1 or 2 minute audio can be very powerful if you practice it many times. And remember, the goal is not to understand every difficult word. The goal is to practice listening and speaking naturally. Choose easy English, practice daily, and slowly increase the difficulty level as your English becomes stronger. Now let's learn the full 30-minute shadowing routine step by step. This routine is simple, practical, and very helpful for English learners. You can follow this routine every day to improve your speaking, listening, pronunciation, and confidence. Let's begin. Step 1. Warm up listening. 5 minutes. In the first step, you only listen. Do not repeat yet. Just relax and listen carefully to the audio. Try to understand what the speaker is talking about, how the speaker pronounces words, how the sentences sound, and how the voice rises and falls. Focus on the rhythm and pronunciation. If possible, listen 2 or 3 times. Do not worry if you do not understand every word. That is completely normal. The goal of this step is to prepare your ears and brain for English. For example, if the speaker says, "Good morning, everyone. Today we will talk about healthy habits." Listen carefully to the pronunciation and speaking style. This warm-up helps you feel comfortable before speaking. Step 2, slow shadowing practice, 10 minutes. Now it is time to start shadowing slowly. Play the audio again. This time, repeat after the speaker sentence by sentence. You can pause the audio if needed. Speak clearly and try to copy. Pronunciation, stress tone, and rhythm. Do not speak too fast. The goal is not speed. The goal is correct and clear speaking. For example, speaker, "I like to read books in the evening." You repeat, "I like to read books in the evening." Try to sound like the speaker. If a sentence feels difficult, repeat it many times. This step trains your mouth to move naturally in English. It also helps your pronunciation become clearer. Remember, mistakes are okay. Practice is more important than perfection. Step 3, real-time shadowing, 10 minutes. Now we move to real-time shadowing. In this step, you speak together with the speaker. Try not to pause the audio. Listen and repeat at the same time. At first, this may feel difficult. Maybe your voice becomes slow or confused, but that is normal. Keep practicing calmly. This step is very powerful because it improves speaking speed, listening speed, fluency, and confidence. Your brain starts thinking in English faster. Do not stop every time you make a mistake. Just continue speaking. Real conversations in life are not perfect. So during shadowing, focus on flow and confidence. If the audio is too fast, you can slow down the playback speed. Many apps and YouTube videos allow slower speed options. That can help beginners practice more comfortably. Step 4, final speaking practice, 5 minutes. In the final step, stop the audio. Now try speaking alone. Repeat the sentences from memory. Try to remember important vocabulary, sentence patterns, and pronunciation. You can also summarize the audio in your own words. For example, you can say, "Today, the speaker talked about healthy habits. Drinking water and sleeping early are important for health." This final step helps you use English by yourself. It builds speaking confidence and improves memory. You can also record your voice and listen to yourself later. This helps you notice pronunciation, mistakes, weak areas, and improvement over time. And that is the complete 30-minute shadowing routine. If you follow these 4 simple steps every day, your English speaking skills will slowly become stronger and more natural. 8 tips for better results. 1 to 2 minutes. Now let's talk about some useful tips that can help you get better results from shadowing practice. These simple tips can make your English improvement faster and easier. Tip 1, practice every day. Daily practice is very important. You do not need to practice for many hours. Even 30 minutes every day can bring excellent results. Regular practice trains your brain and speaking muscles little by little. Small daily practice is stronger than practicing only once a week. Tip 2, start with easy English. Do not begin with difficult English. If the audio is too fast or confusing, you may lose confidence. Choose slow English, simple conversations, beginner stories, easy podcasts. As your English improves, you can slowly move to harder content. Tip 3, repeat the same audio many times. Repetition is one of the secrets of shadowing success. Do not worry about using new audio every day. When you repeat the same audio again and again, pronunciation improves. Listening becomes easier. Vocabulary stays in memory longer. Fluency becomes more natural. Sometimes one short audio is enough for many days of practice. Tip 4, record your voice. Recording your voice is very helpful. When you listen to your own speaking, you can notice pronunciation, mistakes, speaking speed, weak pronunciation, and improvement over time. At first, you may feel shy hearing your voice. That is normal, but this method helps many learners improve faster. Tip 5, listen carefully. Shadowing is not only about repeating words. You must also listen carefully to pronunciation, stress, intonation, and rhythm. Try to copy the speaker as naturally as possible. This helps your English sound smoother and more natural. Tip 6, be patient with yourself. English improvement takes time. Some days may feel easy, some days may feel difficult. Do not become discouraged. Every practice session helps your brain learn something new. Confidence and fluency grow slowly with consistency. Remember, perfect English is not the goal. Clear communication and daily improvement are the real goals. Before we finish today's episode, I want to give some motivation to all English learners listening right now. Sometimes learning English feels difficult. Maybe you forget words. Maybe pronunciation feels hard. Maybe you feel nervous when speaking. But please remember something important. Every fluent English speaker was once a beginner. Nobody learns a language perfectly in one day. Improvement happens step by step. Even small daily practice can create big changes over time. If you practice shadowing every day, your listening will improve, your pronunciation will become clearer, and your confidence will slowly grow stronger. Do not compare yourself to other people. Focus on your own progress. Maybe today you speak only a few sentences. That is okay. Tomorrow you will speak a little more. Mistakes are not a sign of failure. Mistakes are proof that you are learning. So speak without fear, practice without shame, and continue learning with patience. Remember, consistency is more important than perfection. If you keep practicing, one day you will feel proud of your English speaking skills. Believe in yourself. You can do it. Now we have reached the end of today's podcast. Let's quickly review what we learned today. We talked about what